4 3 and outs. Cooper back to run it back. Backs up. Now comes forward. Starts to call for the fair catch. Then has to let it go. And the ball is loose. And it hit Cooper. And if the Falcons recover it, they're going to be in great shape. And they think they have. We'll wait for Hochuli and the crew to come in and let us know. Hochuli just joining the party. Atlanta's ball. So Cooper had backed up, came forward, called for the fair catch, muffs it, and Atlanta gets the first big break of the game.
No question, Cooper touched the ball, but then there was a state of confusion out there as the other players were a little confused. Do we grab it? Do we not? We're not sure. Countess didn't know exactly what to do, and ultimately that cost the Rams the football, and that is a huge play for the Atlanta Falcons.
Talking about flipping the field. They were punting from their own 11, and now Atlanta has the ball at the 18. That's your Pro Bowl returner as well. So that didn't figure.
And you have to say the lack of playoff experience. Is this kicking in a little bit at this point here? Who knows? But when you get to this time of year, you have to get yourself settled as quickly as you possibly can. You have to turn it into a football game again and not a playoff football game.
Ed, you got to turn your mic on, I think. Got his hand on the button. Of course, all turnovers are automatically reviewed in New York. Did it hit a Falcon first?
We are reviewing the ruling on the field.
No,
it actually hit the Rams' foot.
Yeah, the foot. It was
Blake Countess.
Yep, Countess's foot. They review it, and we're back in 30 seconds. It's
ruling on the field is that the ball was muffed by the Rams and recovered by the Falcons. We will review the ruling.
I thought they were doing that before the commercial. So you can see it again here. It's pretty clear that the first guy who gets hit with the ball is Countess, and then havoc ensues.
Yeah, and then for Pharaoh Cooper, this thing gets kicked into him in a way he wasn't expecting it to happen. But for Blake Countess, he's the one that absolutely knew that he touched it, and then he can't come up with it there.
And Leroy Reynolds, linebacker, 53, is the man who clearly recovers it for Atlanta.
Isn't it amazing, though, how many of these big playoff games come down to a ball flying in, hit somebody in the foot, a scramble ensues, and it takes them a while to figure out they're going to review it.
It puts the specs on. Meanwhile, Sean McVay, at the age of 31, youngest coach in the league by far. Dan Quinn, the Atlanta coach in his third year. Dan Quinn has been a coach in 3 of the last 4 Super Bowls. Defensive coordinator at Seattle with 1 win and 1 loss. Goes to Atlanta as the head coach, 8-8, and then gets them to the Super Bowl last year.
Comes the Jeopardy theme,
yeah.
So we're good for that. But
right.
The one strength of this Rams defense this year, many strengths, but one of them has been after turnovers. They have been really stout, allowing just 2 points per turnover. And on offense, they're averaging like 4.5 points per turnover. So this has been a big factor. Wade Phillips' bunch taking care of business whenever they're given the short end of the stick.
Can't figure out how this can take this long. I mean, this is kind of crazy. I mean, we saw it.
The ball was first touched by the receiving team and then recovered by Atlanta. It's therefore Atlanta's ball. The ruling on the field is confirmed.
What'd that take? 6 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it was.